Hello and welcome to the Bustworthy YouTube page. I am your host, Matt Hartman, and we just saw a crazy night one of the draft. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do two rounds. I'm going to do the second round of the mock draft, and I'm just going to kind of run through here and see what teams could be looking for as the board has shaken out. So let's get right into it. So every single pick was made as right here. So we're gonna kick it off. Start right away. I don't think this one needs any introduction. It's Joey Porter Jr. to the Steelers. It makes a ton of sense. I had this pick at 17 where they were originally picking, and they traded up to get their tackle. They filled their tackle need. Now they fill a corner need immediately. It's a hand in glove fit. It is perfect. He identifies as a Steeler. His dad was a Steeler. It makes too much sense. I feel like everyone's been mocking this, and now they get an opportunity to get it at 32. Next, the Cardinals. The Cardinals need a lot, man. I would like Michael Mayer here. They did take, of course, Paris Johnson Jr. at 6 and added a first-round pick from the Arizona Cardinals in the process. I'm looking through here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tyreek Stevenson again, going with another physical press man corner. I think they just need bodies at corner. I was thinking Brian Branch, but Brian Branch is primarily nickel, and they have Isaiah Simmons who plays there. I almost mispronounced. But next we get into the Lions, and the Lions, it falls perfectly. Michael Mayer, again, just another perfect fit. They, of course, I believe they might have reached on some players here. I think they were trying to fill needs. I think they were trying to fill explosiveness with Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think they were trying to fill just a linebacker, a strong side linebacker need in Jack Campbell at 18. I feel like, is that guy there at 34? Maybe, maybe not. I think the Bills would have been in play, but of course they go up and get Kincaid. Next we get to the Colts. I mean, Will Levis. We thought he was going to be the pick at 4, and now obviously he's there at 35. They of course picked Anthony Richardson. Who better to pair with Anthony Richardson than his guard from Florida? I think it's just let's just have some fun. Some teammates rejoining together, and then we get to pick 36. Man, it's really tempting. Oh, I really want to do it, and everyone knows what I'm gonna do. It's oh, it all depends on the status of Sean McVay. If Sean McVay wants to take a quarterback here, I'm gonna do it for the sake of content because it's fun this way. Will Levis. I mean, Will Levis making it to day 2 is insane to me. It's wild to me. I thought Will Levis would. I knew Will Levis would have a slide if he didn't go at 4 to the Colts, and of course I didn't expect this slide, and I don't think anyone else expected this slide for him to last to day 2. He doesn't wait long in day 2, but still, it's a waiting process that I know is probably upsetting him right now. Next we get to the Seahawks, who, again, Seahawks had a great draft, getting Devon Witherspoon and JSN, just two high value positions and two towards the top of their respective positions. In this draft, of course, they believe Devon Witherspoon is their CB1, picking him at 5. But I'm gonna go Steve Avila here. I think they have a clear hole at guard. They need to fill it. It just makes too much sense to fill that need at guard. Losing Gabe Jackson, I think they released him. They cut him outright. So just makes too much sense. Here at 38, the Raiders. Oof. It says quarterback. There's no quarterback on the market that I would believe, unless you're really big in Hendon Hooker. They, of course, took Tyree Wilson. Great pick. At 7, I could see a move here. I could see a Darnell Washington. I think Darnell Washington would be intriguing. Losing Darren Waller, they traded him for a pick. Kind of scrolling far here. I think I'm gonna add DeJuan Jones. I'm thinking of their tackle position and adding another big bodied right tackle. Maybe give him some nightmares. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give him DeJuan Jones. Protect Jimmy G. Best player on the board probably for what you need. I think Brian Branch is definitely in play, but again, it's a nickel. I don't know how you are going to value the nickel position if a high value tackle is on the board with a high ceiling because of his size. 39, the Panthers, of course, took Bryce Young, so I think we got to add someone to join Bryce Young, and they signed DJ Chark, they signed Adam Thielen, they signed Miles Sanders, they signed Hayden Hurst, so they have a kind of place set offense in place. I'm going to go Jalen Hyatt. I think I'm a little higher on Jalen Hyatt later in the process than most people. I think he does two things very well that are very valuable in today's NFL, and that's ball tracking and speed vertically. I mean, he does those things very well, and I think someone's going to have that value, and I think getting Bryce Young, the Panthers should have that value. The Saints at 40. Ooh. They, of course, took Brian Brzee. This is my favorite team. Man. Do I just give him Brian Branch and I'm just happy with it? Guard and center are needs. I think they could be valued as needs if they're... wonder if they get picked. Keanu Benton would have been a great pick if you passed on Brian Brzee. Let's look at the edge rushers on the board. I'm going to go Adebaware. I think Adetomiwa, I can't pronounce his first name, Adebaware out of Northwestern. I think he fits the Saints mold of 9.0 plus RAS score which is relative athletic score. Just makes a ton of sense. And then we get to the Titans, who of course picked Peter Skoronski. They're also going to go with a receiver and Josh Downs, a perfect complement out of the slot to Treylon Burks' big-bodied size and athleticism. I think Josh Downs thrives in the slot. He's a smaller body receiver, but he is impressive. Catch at the catch point. Then we get to the Packers. Man, I really want to take Darnell Washington here. I think it makes a ton of sense to take Darnell Washington here. Oof. I'm going to take Brian Branch. Because I think just going with the best player on the board, and they have a pick at 45, which I will use in a minute. But they're not going to use it on Darnell Washington because the Packers are going to get, or the Jets are going to get Darnell Washington to add for Aaron Rodgers, who they just signed, or who they just traded for. Will McDonald, of course, they added edge. I think they could use this pick on Bergeron. Where is he all the way down here if they really want to get a tackle, but I don't know. I think getting Darnell Washington is... I think they're set for 2023, and they'll figure it out next year with 2024. You have Dwayne Brown, you have Mekhi Becton. I think George Fant is still there. Kind of want to see, would a team come up here? Because I'm really looking at John Michael Schmitz as a player someone would want to come up for. Of course, the Falcons took Bijan Robinson. Hurts my heart. My favorite college football player ever goes to the team I dislike the most. Um, I don't know what I want to do with the Falcons here. I'm gonna go Cam Smith. Just go high value position. Put him opposite side. Um, AJ Terrell, and you'll figure it out. You have Jeff Okuda. You have kind of the same skill set in Cam Smith and Jeff Okuda, so you could really either way, however you like it. You'll figure it out. You know, if Jeff Okuda doesn't seem to be the answer, you only spend a 5th-round pick on him. And I think if Cam Smith can hit, he could be a very good slot corner. I am going to go tight end here. I'm going to go Luke Musgrave for the Packers. I think he's a great field stretcher over the middle of the field, vertical threat for Jordan Love. I don't think the receivers on the board are immense value. I think you could argue maybe Cedric Tillman. If you really, really like Michael Wilson, which there are some people who do, I would see it, but at 45, it's a little steep for me. The Patriots here at 46, I'm going to have them sliding in here and taking Matthew Bergeron. They need a tackle. They have Riley Reif out there at right tackle. I think Bergeron, he moves really well. I really like him. I think he's very agile in this class. And he can start right away. So, I mean, the Patriots filling needs with some great talent right away. The Washington Commanders. Hendon Hooker is interesting. They, of course, took Emmanuel Forbes with their first pick over Christian Gonzalez, which, however you feel about that. Kind of scrolling far here. I don't know what I want to pick here. Do I pick John Michael Schmitz? It's listed as a need. I don't know how much of a need it is. I'm gonna go Drew Sanders. I think gives you the athletic build at linebacker mixed with the possibility of being a good edge rusher. If you want to do that, I know he did that early in his career at Alabama before he transferred to Arkansas. The Lions, I had them taking, of course, Michael Mayer. They have, I think I went over it, Jack Campbell and Jahmyr Gibbs. They're filling out needs, and I think another need they need to get is just get more beef on the D-line, and Keanu Benton falling to 48 is an amazing pick for them. I think it just makes a ton of sense. Again, just adds to the rotation of Levi Uzurike, Aleem McNeil's a good nose tackle. Just puts another body in the room and another top 50 pick, a good prospect that you can put in the room. Then we go to the Steelers. Of course, I had them. They, of course, took Broderick Jones and then took Joey Porter Jr. at 32 in this mock. I'm looking at different ways they could go. I don't know where I want to go with this pick. I really don't. Deion Henley would be the need if linebacker is your major need. I'm really torn. I don't know where I want to go with this pick. I'm going to go BJ Ojolari. Just put another body in the room. You have Alex Highsmith. You have TJ Watt, of course. I think just putting another edge body in the room, a cheap pass rusher with high upside, still needs to put it all together, but it just puts another flavor in the room at edge, which I think you should always be looking out to do. Now the Bucks took Elijah Cansey. I'm glad he was taken. I didn't want the Saints to pick him, frankly. I know he's comped to Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald is once in a lifetime, so I'm not trusting too many mocks that say pick him. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here with the Buccaneers. Yeah, Tippmann, they have Ryan Jensen. Julius Brents could be a guy. Oh, yeah, DJ Turner. DJ Turner being an instant nickel moves Antoine Winfield back to free safety, which is what they want him to play as natural position. Makes a ton of sense. The Dolphins, they value speed. They love it. Devon Achane out of Texas A&M. And then we get to 52. I was thinking about trading up with Seattle to come and get John Michael Schmitz, and look at this. It somehow falls that way. It's hard for me to believe that he's going to fall like that, but maybe he does. Maybe we find a way where he does fall that way. The Bears at 53, they've only had one pick. It was Darnell Wright, of course. I kind of want to add beef. I want to look at the defensive line. Is there really any value here? At 53, it does not look like it. I feel like Keanu Benton's going to be a valuable piece early in day 2 because he looks like the only guy on the board. An edge rusher they could go. I'm going to go Keon White. I think Keon White lasting here to 53, I think it makes a ton of sense. Edge isn't listed as a need, but I feel like they need more bodies on the D-line and at edge, and Keon White could do both because of his size. He's a good run impactor. He's an older guy, but he's a body you can put in the room. The Chargers at 54, they of course took Quentin Johnston, so I'm going to add a long corner in Julius Brents here. I love that fit in a off-man quarters look that Brandon Staley is definitely going to run because, I mean, that's what he does, the Fangio scheme. And look at where we are. We're back to the Lions again. They have 3 seconds. I didn't realize that. Do they have 4? No, they only have 3. Of course, in this mock, I have them taking Michael Mayer and Keanu Benton. Let's add another body to the room. And I think a receiver makes a ton of sense, and I'm going to go Cedric Tillman here. They lose, Quintez Cephas is off the team. Jameson Williams, who they took at 12 last year, suspended 6 games. They're still trotting out Marvin Jones Jr. and Josh Reynolds as their wide receiver 3 and 4, respectively. I think you can just get more talented with Cedric Tillman, and he's about the same size as those other guys. You really have an amazing mix of slot receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, speedster and Z receiver down the field in Jameson Williams, and then you get a big-bodied X in Cedric Tillman. So love this, getting all their needs in the second round while getting just 2, just luxury picks at 12 and 18 at, less valuable positions, but if those guys are instant impacts, I mean, man, look out for the Lions in that division. Next we get into the Jaguars. I'm looking at Sam Laporta. I really like Sam Laporta here. They, of course, traded down a few, and I think they added some more day 3 capital to pick up Anton Harrison. I was for sure thought they were going to pick Nolan Smith. Receiver, not really a need. Guard and center seems to be a need. I think they have, I felt like they took a guy just I think last year or a few years ago. They do need nickel. I kind of want to throw an edge in there because that's what I was doing. I was throwing an edge in there. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Isaiah Foskey. Maybe it's a little early for him, but I think he fits the mold of he can kind of be that Arden Key replacement. Just being an instant impactor in the pass game. That's just what I think about him. The Giants, of course, traded up one pick to take Deonte Banks. Love the pick. Deonte Banks is a great player. The Giants, though, I don't think receiver's their biggest need. I'm just going to plug in my center. Did I miss him? Did I? Wait. Oh, there he is. Joe Tippmann. Yeah, Joe Tippmann makes a ton of sense. If they miss out on John Michael Schmitz, I could see them trading up to get John Michael Schmitz. They just need a center. The Cowboys, a running back as their biggest need. They, of course, took Mozzie Smith. Another body in the D-tackle room, which is something I advocated for and hoped they would do. They could get a true nickel in Clark Phillips. I think they have Deron Bland. Deron Bland was pretty good last year, so I don't think that's a major need. Cody Mock is a good player. I'm going to go with Zach Charbonnet. Just trust my eval on him. I think he's a great tackle breaker. He's kind of what Zeke was before. I think he's a in-between-the-gaps runner, and he's going to be able to break tackles and move forward, which is, I think, what they want at that position. So next we get into the Bills. I think this is linebacker. This is Deion Henley. If he falls this far, put him opposite Matt Milano. He's going to shine. This one, again, the Bengals, easy. They took Myles Murphy, valuable position. They wanted pass rush. Sam Laporta, best tight end on the board. You could argue maybe Tucker Kraft, but I'm going to put Sam Laporta over him. Just trust PFF's rankings here. Then the Bears. Again, I picked Keion White for them. Tank Dell is on the board. Cody Mock. Who's their 5? I'm trying to think. Braxton Jones would be the left tackle. Darnell Wright would be the right. They have Tevin Jenkins, whatever they want to do with him. Nate Davis. I think you could throw Cody Mock at this and really say he's going to be one of our guards. I don't know how they feel about him, about Tevin Jenkins. Man, I don't know. I kind of want to go Jonathan Mingo. I'm a big proponent of Jonathan Mingo. Yeah, I'm just going to trust my eval. I'm going to go Jonathan Mingo. Just get another body in the room. I don't think Chase Claypool is going to be there long term. I think Mingo could be a Chase Claypool replacement. You now throw another big body target who is a good contested catch receiver, which is what Justin Fields likes. I think it totally makes sense and works. And now we get to the Eagles, who crushed day one of the draft. It wasn't even close, in my opinion. Being able to get quite possibly the best player in the draft at 9 in the perfect situation, and then getting someone who I thought they could have theoretically picked at 10 at 30 is ridiculous. So, I mean, let's see what they do. I'm going to go Cody Mock. I think Cody Mock is an instant slide into guard. You have Cam Jurgens. I don't think Cam Jurgens is going to play guard. Cody Mock can slide into guard. That's what he's natural at. And you figure it out. Maybe you get a veteran in there to coach him up, and you go from there. And then we get to 63, the Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh. Just because I haven't picked him, and I feel like this is just too far because of his start, but Keely Ringo. So that's going to be it for my second round mock. I hope you enjoyed coming in about 25 minutes long, so hope you enjoyed. day 2 is tomorrow. I'm recording this late Thursday night. Hope you enjoyed. There's going to be plenty of podcasts when the entire draft is finished. So I'm going to let it go, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you check out the podcast on Spotify. Twitter will be in the link down below too. Make sure you subscribe. Turn notifications on. That'd be very appreciative. If you don't like what I made for your team, you think I should have traded up for your team, just let me know, and I'll respond to the comment. But thank you again for clicking on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.